For Women by First for Women, and let's bring women abuse out of the dark and into the light. To get or pledge help, visit for-women.co.za.
Today we move into the last 2 days of the First for Women 16 Days of Activism Campaign, and we reflect on the last fortnight of First for Women, shining a light on women abused by remembering some of the women we've lost, celebrating the lives they led, and making sure that this dark subject remains in focus, not just for 16 days, but for 365 days a year, every year, because remembering is not enough.
I'm back in Johannesburg with the spokesperson of First for Women, Casey Rousseau. Now, we're back here to find out all things that are going down for the 16 Days of Activism campaign that they've got going on, and of course, their new program that highlights some of the issues that they found during research. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
Now, we have been highlighting and, of course, viewing some of the live projections that you have been running that pay tribute to some victims. What has the response been like?
The response to the First for Women 16 Days of Light campaign so far has been incredible from both the public and media alike. We've reached an incredible amount of women to date, and the feedback that we've received has been incredibly positive. So the fact that we are remembering these amazing women who lost their lives to women abuse, the fact that we are paying tribute to them, and the fact that this is representative not just of the women who are being featured in our videos, but of many women in South Africa is clearly resonating with many people in South Africa. But as much as creating that awareness is a must, we know that more can and must be done.
And what's the next step? Are you going to continue to shine the spotlight for 365 days?
Absolutely. Women abuse doesn't only take place during 16 days of activism, it takes place throughout the entire year, and as such we need activity the entire year to address this awful problem. We have already been fighting women abuse through the First Women Foundation throughout the year. To date we've helped over 90,000 survivors, and we've been able to raise over 70 million rand for the fight against women abuse. But because it's such a multifaceted problem, it requires a multifaceted solution. So our foundation strategy, as proud as we are of the work that's already been done, we believe that we can rejig it slightly to have an even greater impact going forward.
And that's exactly what you're doing, everything new, everything fresh moving forward. So what's this new program all about?
Our foundation strategy has historically provided support to survivors of women abuse, and that is absolutely critical going forward, so we're not going to be moving away from that. We're going to be looking at how best to provide support to survivors, whether it be reporting the crime at a police station, whether it be through trauma counselling, medical assistance, assistance with prosecution in court, whether it be assistance at a safe house. That will still be a very large part of our strategy. We're only treating symptoms of the problem. We need to start addressing the root cause and addressing the attitudes, the behaviours, the beliefs, the systems and the practices that all condone women abuse in South Africa. So the second part of our foundation strategy going forward will be a preventative component. We believe that education plays a very big role in addressing this problem, and as such we're going to be rolling out a social emotional based learning program at schools. We're going to be working with both boys and girls between the ages of 3 and 18. The program will also involve parents, teachers, caretakers, community members. What this program essentially in the simplest form is going to do, and I think what Nelson Mandela encapsulated so beautifully was when he said, if you can teach someone how to hate, you can teach someone how to love. So we're going to be working with children, we're going to be having a look at their self-esteem, their body issues, how they treat each other. And all of this we hope will culminate in a big change and a big shift in attitudes and behaviours towards women, and ultimately address women abuse.
Teaching love and spreading positivity is exactly what First for Women is doing, not only during the 16 Days of Activism campaign, but all year round. Thank you so much for having us.
Remember, if you're in an abusive relationship and need help, or if you just want to help by supporting organizations that support survivors of women abuse, visit 4Women, www.4-women.co.za. Today's live projection pays tribute to Uyinene Mkhwetyana, whose death sparked a national outcry. She was beaten, raped and ultimately murdered whilst collecting a parcel at the post office. Viewer discretion is advised for sensitive viewers.
Remember the woman we lost here, the young student who met her violent end here. Her name was Uyinene, lured into her killer's lair, unsuspecting and unaware. a sacrificial lamb to the slaughter. The nation lost yet another daughter. Of all the places she'd been warned about, the post office wasn't one. Remembering is not enough. It's time to shine a light on women abuse. Get help or pledge your support now at 4-women.co.za.